He has the body of a 16-year-old, but he acts like a 1-year-old. He was born naked on the street. He was curious about everything he saw, and people thought he was a monster. Soon the police were called. He was so dumbfounded. He didn't know what was going on. Then he was taken to a juvenile detention center. First, they gave him a cold shower. Then they taught him how to use the bathroom. Then they gave him a plate of food, but he didn't know how to eat it. He watched the man across from him put bread in his mouth. He followed suit, and then he licked his fingers. This soon caught the doctor's attention. He took a paintbrush and worked furiously on the paper. His hand speed rivaled the speed of your likes. A perfect piece of work was soon completed. Amy was shocked by his talent, and he learned to open his mouth. He followed what everyone else was doing. For his own safety, Amy took him home. She named him Kyle. He was intrigued by everything in the room. The oldest daughter didn't know anyone was home. She wrapped herself in a towel and walked out of the room. She saw Kyle staring at her with wide eyes. The girl was so scared she turned and ran away. Amy had a medical emergency, so she asked her daughter to watch Kyle. She said yes, but as soon as Amy left, she went out on a date with her boyfriend. Then Kyle heard a beautiful sound. She followed the sound to her neighbor's house. It was the neighbor's girl playing the piano. The sound of the piano brought tears to Kyle's eyes. The cries alerted the girl. Kyle was also scared by the girl and turned to run away, alone in the bathtub. Amy's youngest son came home from school. He was so diligent that he studied hard even on the toilet.
Oh no, there's a psycho in the shower!
The girl's mother came to the door. She said Kyle was terrorizing her daughter. She wanted to call the police to take Kyle away, but then the two of them looked at each other. It was like love at first sight. The mother saw what was going on and pulled her daughter away. Kyle had never spoken before, but he did at dinner. He learned it from the other guys in juvie. The family was overjoyed, but that's when he told them about their daughter's boyfriend. He blabbed about his daughter and her boyfriend again. Amy thought Kyle was acting strange, so the next day Amy gave him an IQ test. It took him 1 minute to complete an hour's worth of tests, and the answers were exactly right. It took other people 10 years to learn, and he learned it in 2 minutes. The family looked confused. After the family made inquiries, they realized that Kyle hadn't slept since he was born. The next day Amy brought Kyle to the hospital for a checkup. The results shocked everyone. Kyle's brain was even more perfect than Einstein's. When the doctor lifted his belly, that's when he realized he wasn't fit to be a doctor, because he had never seen a man without a belly button. To help him sleep normally, the doctor gave him a prescription, but in just a few minutes, Kyle completed tens of thousands of pieces of the puzzle. To help Kyle regain his memory, Amy asked him to draw what was in his head. Then Kyle went on a drawing spree. Soon many pictures of the forest were drawn. Amy told him to take the sleeping pills the doctor prescribed, but Kyle still couldn't sleep, so he went out to explore the universe. Then the mysterious man who was spying on Amy followed him in his car. Luckily the neighbor's dog barked and scared him away. Kyle looked at the dog with curiosity. In less than 10 seconds, he was able to communicate with the dog, and they became good friends. And here's the scary part. He sat on the grass during the day and looked at the stars. Amy says we have to do something to make him feel tired. It would help him sleep. So Dad took Kyle out for a run, but just before he started, he couldn't even see Kyle. By the time he got home, his dad was exhausted. Amy told Kyle to count the sheep to help him sleep, but Kyle kept counting until dawn. Dad was tired from running. He overslept and missed an important meeting, so he started complaining that Kyle wasn't his own kid. He didn't belong here, and Kyle overheard them. They came into the room and realized Kyle was gone. They searched all day, but couldn't find Kyle.